Final update. She gasped. What? You're recording our arguments now? When she saw my phone during another screaming match, I said, just this one. She went pale when she realized why I was live on Instagram. Her parents, boss, and 2,000 viewers heard everything. The comment section destroyed her. Today, Wednesday, I finally boxed up all her stuff, her designer purses, her fancy skincare, her vision board. Yes, she had one, covered in pictures of wedding rings and houses she wanted me to buy her. Apparently, her sister Danielle came to pick it all up. She was apologetic and embarrassed. Told me Natalie's been calling everyone in the family trying to get money because her credit cards are maxed out from hotel stays and her savings are minimal. Turns out when you expect your boyfriend to pay for everything while you save your money for designer goods, losing that boyfriend puts you in a tight spot. The most satisfying update, a startup founder reached out to me through LinkedIn. He saw the video and my calm handling of the situation. Long story short, I have a job interview next week for a position that pays 40% more than my current stupid job that pays nothing. Turns out standing up to a bully publicly gets you noticed by people who value backbone. Oh, and those loser friends she mentioned? They've been incredible. My buddy Jake made me a cake that said, "Congrats on losing 120 pounds of dead weight." Another friend, Marcus, offered me his beach house for a week to decompress. Real losers, right? I keep getting messages asking if I regret going live. Honestly, my only regret is not doing it sooner. Maybe if I'd exposed her behavior months ago, I could have saved myself so much therapy. But you live and learn. For anyone asking about red flags I missed, there were tons. The way she'd snap at service workers, how she'd gossip viciously about her friends, the fact that she had no long-term friendships, how she'd always play victim in every story about her past, the love bombing in the beginning that slowly turned to devaluation. I ignored them all because I wanted to believe the good times were the real her. Spoiler alert, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Anyway, I'm doing good. Sleeping better than I have in months. My apartment stays clean because I want it clean, not because I'm terrified of being screamed at. I can see my friends without being interrogated after. I can exist without criticism. Freedom tastes pretty damn sweet. Update 2. Okay, last update because this situation has reached its natural conclusion and I need to move on with my life. But y'all deserve to know how this train wreck finally came to a complete stop. So, remember how I mentioned Natalie was struggling financially? Well, desperation makes people do stupid things, and Natalie, she went full stupid last Monday. She created a GoFundMe. I kid you not. The title was "Help Me Rebuild After Domestic Abuse." She wrote this whole sob story about how her ex, me, had orchestrated a campaign of psychological warfare and deliberately destroyed her reputation through deceptive recording. She claimed she was now homeless, jobless, and suffering from PTSD because of my calculated abuse. She asked for $30,000 for therapy, legal fees, and basic survival. One problem, the internet doesn't forget. Within hours, people were posting the live video in the comments. The GoFundMe got mass reported and taken down within 18 hours, but not before screenshots went viral on Twitter with commentary like "The audacity of this woman and gaslighting expert level failed." But wait, it gets worse for her. She then tried to reinvent herself as a life coach specializing in toxic relationships. I'm not kidding. She made a new Instagram calling herself a survivor advocate and offering consultations for $200 an hour to help others escape narcissistic partners. The About section read, "Turned my trauma into triumph. Let me help you recognize the signs I missed." The internet's response was swift and brutal. Her first post got ratioed so hard she disabled comments. Someone made a TikTok comparing her coaching advice to her actual behavior in the video. It got 2 million views. She deleted the account after 48 hours. Then came the email to my workplace. My boss called me into his office last Thursday looking concerned. Natalie had sent an email to HR claiming I was dangerous and had a history of recording women without consent. She attached a bunch of screenshots, conveniently edited to remove her parts of our text conversations, trying to make me look like a stalker. Fortunately, I'd already given HR a heads up after the video went viral. My company is pretty active on social media, and I wanted to be transparent. I showed them the full conversations, the police report from when she showed up at my apartment, and the cease and desist letter my lawyer had sent her the week before. HR's response, they flagged her email as harassment and informed building security. My boss actually laughed and said, "After seeing that video, I'm amazed you lasted as long as you did." Oh, and that job interview I mentioned? I got it. Starting next month, I'll be making more money than Natalie ever did at Morrison Marketing. The founder told me that my ability to stay calm under extreme pressure was exactly what they needed for their head of customer relations role. Turns out going viral for keeping your cool has career benefits. The last contact I had with Natalie was through her father. He called me Saturday to apologize again and let me know they're getting her into therapy. Real therapy, not whatever coaching she was trying to sell. He mentioned she's moved back home and is being required to get treatment if she wants their financial support. He also wanted me to know they're monitoring her internet access to prevent any more harassment. She needs to hit rock bottom, he said. We protected her from consequences for too long. This is our fault, too. I appreciated his honesty. Told him I hope she got help, but to please ensure she didn't contact me again. The aftermath has been weirdly positive for me. That coworker Emma, we've actually become friends, trauma bonding over surviving Hurricane Natalie. She introduced me to her friend group, and I'm slowly rebuilding my social life that had been destroyed by Natalie's jealousy. My ex-girlfriend from college reached out after seeing the video, not to rekindle anything, but to say she was proud of me for standing up for myself. She told me she'd watched me slowly disappear into Natalie's shadow and had been worried, but didn't know how to help. I've started seeing a therapist to process everything. Turns out I've got some codependency issues to work through. Shocking, right? But for the first time in years, I'm actually optimistic about the future. To everyone who's asked, no, I don't regret going live. That moment of public accountability was the only thing that could have broken her hold, not just on me, but on everyone she was manipulating. Sometimes the truth needs witnesses. For those in similar situations, document everything. Trust your gut. Don't let someone convince you that their abuse is your fault. And sometimes, when all else fails, let the world see who they really are. Bullies thrive in darkness. Shine a light. I'm closing this chapter now. Natalie is her parents' problem. Her reputation is her consequence. Her future is her responsibility. Me? I'm free, and that's all that matters. Thanks for following this wild ride, Reddit. I'm going to go live my life now, peacefully, quietly, and without anyone screaming at me about dishes.